I'll train a rat to spin fire. The NFT analyzer, diving deep into projects. He's the crypto energizer. From new mint coins to tokens, he's got all the intel. Web3 wizardry, show you where to excel. He's got the insights like a digital magician, unveiling secrets of the blockchain with precision. Wild stories from the
Hey, good morning. Mega GMs, boys. It's good Lord, what is today? All right, it's actually Thursday. It's January 8th. Welcome to the show. Man, I needed cats here yesterday. Holy cow. We talked about a lot of things. Yesterday, I want to set the record straight on something right from the start. We talked about the new Wasabi protocol launch on virtuals, and I was saying this is the very first Titan launch, right? The 50 mil plus FDV launches. Those are great. It's not a Titan launch, guys. It's not a Titan launch. Actually couldn't be more opposite. Yeah, not a Titan launch. I think you look at it like it's a standard protocol launch. It's called Pegasus now. Maybe it always was. Maybe I'm completely lost here. But truth here, it's not a Titan launch. This thing is not launching at a 50 mil FDV. In fact, it's launching like straight out of the gate at whatever price, however the market's going to price it. You buy it, whatever. Okay, now the team is buying up tokens. I'm sure they're going to pump that up a bit. But just to be clear, the Wasabi launch coming up, I think in 1 hour at this point. Let's actually peek together. But again, it's not a Titan launch. It's coming in 5 hours. That's right. It's coming at noon today, Eastern time. So we got a few hours, but that is coming. Now, okay, that changes it a lot. That really does change for me where I might value this, right? Talked yesterday that this didn't make sense at 50 mil, which is actually pretty funny. It didn't make any sense to me at 50 mil, but it did make some sense to me at like maybe 20 mil, right? And I even said maybe 15, but like 15, 20, and all the way up to 30, like in that range, big range, right? 50 did not make sense to me for this, but oh, yikes. Team's buying 90% of the supply. Yeah, this might be an interesting play then, depending at, what levels you get the chance to buy at. This all of a sudden goes from like I'm not touching it to I'm definitely going to be watching this one. Super interesting. So you got 5-ish hours to make a game plan if I don't know if it's interesting to you guys too. Man, now I got to think about this one a lot. I like it at 15 mil. I like it depending on when they buy, and I'm sure it'll be pretty darn quick. But if this token's at 10 mil, I like it a lot. 15 mil, I think I still like it. When we start getting to 20 is around where I see it valued. Yeah, maybe I'm going to, as of right now, 15 to 25 mil. For me, feels like the range we're going to see this one in. I don't think we'll see it sub 10. And if we do, I think it's a buy there. But yeah, this is really interesting. Yeah, let's see. Cat saying, makes sense to you at 10 mil. I bet there's a big dump from the 3% to ACP bot farmer. That's a great point, too. That's a great point. Yep. Man, I like it. Well, all of a sudden, I think we got a play on the board here. Yeah, that's a great, another great point, Cass. Is there any utility for it at all, or is it literally like a meme of the ecosystem? Because there's nothing in their tokenomics or details. Like, right, there's nothing in here that talks about what it does. Just a bot. It does feel like it's just, and by the way, I think over on your X account, it says something like it's the first token of the Wasabi protocol, almost maybe hinting that there's like, that's it. There it is right there. They definitely are hinting that there's more tokens coming. So what it feels like is this is the agent of the ecosystem, kind of has a meme coin paired with it, but they may end up getting a utility coin. Maybe, hey, they may end up getting a stable coin for the ecosystem. I do think there's more coins coming too. I definitely read into what they were saying there too. Yeah, there's more coins coming. Okay, so maybe that does put this more around 10 mil. Let's say 10 to 15 mil, I think is where we see this. If it's lower than that, makes sense too, but that's where I might be looking for a play with this boy. But Pretty interesting. And again, how quickly things change. Now we're gonna look here, and I'll just show it, but we're not gonna dive in yet. But Ex Machina, that's the other launch that I know Mufasa was talking about yesterday that he was excited for. That pre-sale already happened. It's I think it's completely sold. They raised millions, or we'll say millions committed to the launch. We'll dive into exactly how it went. Yeah, they raised 2 mil in 5 minutes. It's completely sold out now. Yeah. Okay, now here's where I really need to get I need to put the time back in virtuals and really wrap my head around some of this stuff, right? Oh, hang on real quick. Bold, let me see. Your comment was something going to zero or scammy or something like that. And that was about ZCASH. Hang on, where was your comment? And Kevin, good morning. We'll do the proper GMs here in a second. Where was your comment? Oh, there we go. Classic cash grab. You know, funny enough, there's people who've been saying it's that, and kind of how it's playing out here. DK, good morning. Now, this token launch is also interesting too, right? The Ex Machina launch. It's like with virtuals, and this did launch at the pre-sales at a 60 mil FDV, but I don't think this is a Titan launch either, and this is where I'm not sure. Maybe this, I don't know. Maybe this was a Titan launch and it didn't take place on the virtuals platform. It took place, on their own site. Cats, was this a Titan launch? Only reason I might think it was is because 60 mil FDV. But I don't see that it was advertised as a Titan launch. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. If it was, then it kind of makes sense. Yeah. Am I crazy for thinking that stuff's not very clear? I guess if it were a Titan launch, they would have said it. And I didn't see it said anywhere, but it fit, right? It's some kind of partnership. You could get in the pre-sale using virtual, right? You can use USDC or you can use virtual to buy an X. Oh, well, actually, it's the tokens Deus. But yeah. So I don't know. I think it's not a Titan launch because they didn't say it was, but it is weird to see a pre-sale in virtual token and again at 60 mil FDV. So we'll find out. I'm going to say it's not a Titan launch, and then if it is, it's like, okay, kind of makes sense. Maybe it's what they look like. So we shall see. Okay. Let's get into today's show. Of course, we're live. All the usual places. We are live on X. We're live on Kick, on Retake, on Abstract. God, I feel like there's somewhere else too. Hang on. Is there somewhere else? Somewhere else we're live? Definitely on YouTube. Wherever you're watching though, man, hit the like, smash the like. Come over to YouTube though, man. Come over to YouTube. Make sure you subscribe over here. It's Crypto Slam on the YouTube side. And I dropped a link to the stream on X in the chat. Throw a little love on that one. Of course, follow us at CryptoSlam.io on X. Slam Nation X on X as well. And I'll say again, I say it every day, but if you're building here in crypto and AI, reach out to us here. Want to learn what you're building? If you need data, we want to tap you into our data. Everything on chain, especially ETH and Base. We've got the Wayback Machine of the blockchain. We want to tap you into our APIs, give you free credits, and if you need custom APIs, we'll build those for you. And then I want to get you on the show. I love chatting through products. I want to show people what it is you're building, what we're building, that I'm so damn excited for. And all I do now is just tell people to sign up because you will see it first there. Before I even get to show it to you, you'll see it first and you'll get your hands on it first. If you go to ethoswarm.ai and sign up to Awaken and Ethon. By the way, I've never even read over some of these rules with you, right? But Awaken and Ethon bring a persistent AI mind to life with its own identity, memory, and budget. This site is actually updated since I last went on it. You should go poke around and see if maybe they might be live. You might be able to actually request one and it goes live right now. And what you're going to see with it is you're going to use it differently than any AI tool you've used before. And for me, and I'll tell you, everybody, let me pull this up. For me and everybody in the team who's used it, I found it more useful than any AI tool I've used before. And I mean that. It's it's different, man. We're cooking up something different. So here's a tweet. And this is actually like, I hate that we sound like a bunch of boomers, but we are boomers. We're like an older bunch, right? And this is a very experienced group of devs, not me, but there's a group of very experienced people here. This came from our Slack. I didn't know these were going to be put in a tweet, but these are all like very organic, like messages we send to each other. Scott saying that he got a notification that some soccer team, I'm not going to call it football, some soccer team sacked their manager. He got notified before it was on ESPN. Cool. So he's using it as some kind of sports notification thing. For me, I had a friend over last week, and I've been telling them behind the scenes a little more what this is. I've been spilling the beans a little bit just to some really, this is my best friend I was telling. He came over and I showed it to him, and I described what it could do, and he didn't believe me. He didn't believe me what it could do. When I explained, like, hey, for me, it's doing this and this and this, and then it does this, and then it does this. And then there's things it can do I can't even hint at right now. But he didn't believe me. So he came over, we start setting one up. And by the way, he's a pretty accomplished IT professional, right? He's a senior director of blah 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 at whatever. He's like a 25-year IT professional, but at a decent level, right? Like senior director. I know he's moved on somewhere else and he's higher than that as of next week. Anyway, the point there was he's very experienced with tech. And he's very experienced with managing people and systems. And I'm telling you, he was so impressed, what I told him. And I told him what I told him would happen, he didn't think could happen. And then it did happen. And he was really, really impressed. He can't wait to get one. This is all true. This is true. And then there's Pasquin. You met Pasquin on our marathon show. Pasquin was on. Pasquin's using it right now. And I know he's using multiple iterations of this. And he's saying right now it's cutting out an hour of his day from just things it's doing and that it took off his plate. I've never had look, I use ChatGPT, I use Grok, I use Gemini. It can save me time in research. I've never had something take it a step further. Again, what that means you'll see. But if it takes hours off your plate during the day, if it's getting work done for you, that's different. And you're going to see it soon. Anyway, go to ethoswarm.ai, sign up, and you're going to see for yourselves. Wild stuff. Okay. Man, you wake up in the morning and you don't know what's going to greet you on the timeline, right? I had no idea this morning. I just assume I'm going to go check prices and what? I don't know. But maybe you wake up one morning and we've kidnapped the president. Or maybe we wake up one morning, maybe we wake up tomorrow and we get word that tariffs are going to be ruled legal or illegal, one or the other, but that's tomorrow. But you never know. And what I wasn't expecting is to wake up after I'm as bullish as I am on privacy coins and the privacy meta. Wasn't expecting to wake up and hear that ZCASH might be game over. Might be. I don't think it is, by the way, but might be. Wasn't expecting that. So, of course, it's time to dive in and see what's going on. What the hell's going on with ZCASH? Hoods, is my base name Hudah.eth? I don't know. Dude, base is kind of, I think I have 5 names on base. I have a Hudah.base.eth. I don't have, I'll tell you what my main account is. I'll share it with you guys. I think my main account that I'm going to use on base is my full name. It's Yehuda at base.eth. I think that's it. That's the one I just created. I'm using my full name. I'll be more doxed on the base app, I think. But I do have a Hudah.base.eth too. I don't know. I've got 4 or 5 accounts. I don't love that. I wish I could just pair them all together. But anyway, ZCASH, we wake up to that. ZCASH down 20%. And it's why? What happened to ZCASH? That's not just normal price action. And we start getting word that the ZCASH core devs all resigned. And it's not one of them resigned. It's not a significant dev resigned. It's all of them. They all resigned. All together, dispute with their board. We'll get into some details here, but they dispute with the board and the entire ZCASH core dev group. They all resigned. And Kook now doing a victory lap, as he probably should. Kook might have been right. Kook's been telling us for at this point months as ZCASH is pumping, he's like, guys, this is a scam. This is a coordinated pump. I heard him on Spaces this morning saying, it's not like I'm just guessing at this. He's saying, I have receipts. I saw leaked emails. I saw like influencers who are being paid to shill this. I saw a coordinated effort to get this all over the timeline. He's saying KOL shilling you knew it. They knew it. They knew what was going on behind the scenes, and they were paid by the team to pump this thing. And Kook told us it was a scam. Hudah, you signed up the other day. Yes, anybody buy. It's not going to be gated. I'll say this. There's going to be like a queue. It's definitely going to be first to sign up. Get it first, and it'll probably happen in like kind of waves. But I think you're early where you get in like right away. You'll get in. If you sign up, you'll get in, and you'll get to use it. But yeah, Kook's been telling us for a while. And yes, so news breaks that the devs quit, price nukes. Where it gets super interesting though, and I mean this, I still buy into the privacy meta big time. I'm super bullish on Monero. I'm getting more and more bullish on Mute Swap. I think it's time, honestly, to maybe get that bag of Mute. And Midnight. I'm still going to say Midnight as well. But here's some more details, and I think this is from somebody on that core team. Yeah. Yeah, this is the former CEO of the group that created ZCASH. And here's what he's saying. Over the past few weeks, it's become clear that the majority of Bootstrap board members, it's a nonprofit created to support ZCASH by governing the Electric Coin Company. Just to look at his title again, he's the former CEO of Electric Coin Company. I think he's one of the ones that's maybe out, maybe. So the nonprofit that was there to support ZCASH, the governance body, moved into misalignment with the mission of ZCASH. If they have a mission statement, I don't know what it is. Privacy, whatever. Yeah. Yesterday, the entire ECC team left after being constructively discharged by ZCAM. So that's like that management group or that governance group. In short, the terms of our employment were changed in ways that made it impossible for us to perform our duties effectively and with integrity. I can't wait to hear more about what that actually means, like what actually happened. What did they change that? What did they change that made it where you can't do your job in the way that you thought, that you could do it with integrity and keep with your mission statement? But something changed, and they said, well, then this is no longer the thing that we loved and, we're motivated to build. Something changed. And so they all leave the core dev team. And this is where things get kind of spicy. They're starting a new company with the same core devs, with the same mission, building unstoppable private money. So here's what's interesting. Share the show, but in a way haven't been done yet. Hoods, link me. I gotta see. Now, okay. I've got a light list of the privacy coins that I'm excited about. So I'll say what I already said before. It's Midnight, it's Mute, it's Monero, it's what's the pirate chain coin? It's that coin. I could pull up my little cheat sheet even here. There's a good 5-ish coins, and there's probably a few more that I think are very ZCASH was on that list. It might still be. But I've got the list of coins that I think are probably buys here if you want to play the privacy meta. All of a sudden, we have another. And we don't know what it is yet because it probably doesn't exist yet. But I think with the pedigree that this team has whatever, I think we all of a sudden have to add another coin to that list. And that coin is whatever coin is launched by the ZCASH core devs. New company, same mission. Maybe they can even build it out better. I'm sure ZCASH was damn near perfect as is, right? Although I hear it's not that private, to be honest. Like the shielded stuff is, but that's like 30% of ZCASH transactions. Maybe the new version of it is like even better. All of a sudden, there's a very spicy play on the horizon for us. What's the new Zcash coin? Whatever it is, we're going to stay on top of it. We should be playing it. Importantly, though, this is back to, OG Zcash. Protocol's unaffected. It continues on. I'm sure they believe in Zcash as is. Maybe they don't believe in the future of it now because it doesn't align. This feels, feels a lot to me like OpenAI ChatGPT, doesn't it? Something changed, a year and a half ago with OpenAI and the whole we're a nonprofit, all of a sudden for profit, all of a sudden, disregarding safety rules. Like it felt like something similar happened in OpenAI, which is a bummer, But Zcash continues on. Is it bullish? Is it bearish for Zcash? I don't know why. I can't wait to hear more from Mert. But Mert's saying it's bullish, and Mert is saying Zcash to 10K. And I'm kind of curious. Hang on, I'm going to save this. But why? You would think the core dev team leaving is not super bullish for the coin. And no extra details from Mert. Let's see if he's posted something on his account. Nothing extra from Mert. But let's see. Let's see if we got something new. Okay, hang on. Okay, he's got some new stuff. Let's dig in. Microdose of Hudah. Oh, did you launch a coin? Okay, hang on. So you probably can basically post the stream and then tokenize the tweet of it or the post of it. I dig it, dude. I dig it. All right. Hang on. I want to see. Ooh, I like this take, by the way. This is completely separate, but buybacks are a pessimistic mechanism. I like it. Yeah, no, I'm with him. I don't like buybacks. I like them, but I don't. They're not sustainable. It's totally separate point. Okay, hang on. Any comments from Mert? Okay, let's start here. Extremely bullish. Zcash is most competent. Zcash is most competent, now unburdened by the crippling inefficiencies of foundation politics. Okay, that doesn't mean enough for me. I would imagine the core devs leaving is not great. I don't know. Oh, I know, Hoods. I appreciate you, man. A ton. Yeah, I don't think that core dev team leaving is super bullish, but let's see. Okay, Mert's retweeting this tweet or this post. Zcash just lost its core dev team. The entire ECC team behind Zcash resigned all at once. Not true. Zcash didn't lose anything. ECC team did not like their board, so they started the exact same company with a different name and no board, meaning they're now unburdened by politics. Yeah, but this is what I don't get. It's not the board that left. It's the devs. Oh, hang on. Okay, this is actually interesting. The team that left are maybe not launching a new coin. Zcash is still their mission. They're going to still operate the way they were, but they have no board. So the board is nobody to manage now. Maybe have no real say or impact on Zcash. It's now the core Zcash team that doesn't have this oversight. You know what I mean? So this may all still be a Zcash focused thing. It's not a new coin they're launching. It's them, in a way, doubling down on Zcash. No one in Zcash quit. They just changed the name of the company and the corp docs, meaning you got baited for a discount. Okay. If not, dude, this is wild. I'm real curious to check the price, because if nothing changes and the same team still working on Zcash, just with no board, that means let's, crack devs without any oversight kind of thing. That's actually pretty fucking spicy. Am I reading it the same way you guys are reading it? Are we reading it right? That's what Mert's saying. It's exactly what Mert is saying. That this is bullish for Zcash. They're still Zcash focused. No one left. They resigned from the old company. They did not resign from building ZCASH. Dude, that's very interesting. That's very interesting. What? Okay, hang on. Now let's skip ahead real quick and let's look at ZCASH. Because all of a sudden ZCASH sounds very, very freaking spicy. Okay, ZCASH just a couple days ago was 500 mil FDV at like what, 4 something right now? Dude, really interesting. Really interesting. Okay. So there is no play on another coin. It's completely ZCASH. Okay, hang on. That price nothing to do with FDV right now. FDV is 6.6 bill. Man, I'm sorry. I like this a lot. All of a sudden, ZCASH was spicy already, right? I like ZCASH. All of a sudden, much spicier. Much spicier. Grok weighing in here too. Somebody asked Grok to break down what happened. What is the deal that caused this here? Malicious governance, and constructive discharge after board actions blocked a proposed deal to privatize ZCASH, which is a wallet. Okay. Bootstrap's board rejected the deal. And the former team now, those core devs, plans a new independent firm to advance privacy tech. Okay. Yeah. AIXBT, on the other hand, weighing in and saying it's a textbook insider dump. So breaks it down again. ECC staff resigns. Now he's saying the insider part is insiders knew the dispute. They knew the resignations were coming. Was there any fuckery with tokens being sold before like news announced? I don't know. I have no idea. But we must keep our eyes on ZCASH now. Super interesting. Again, got it wrong that ZCASH now is like, I don't want to say a competitor, but team now going to build out another coin. It's not that. It's not that at all. In fact, let's change the title. Let's change the title of our stream because that's not right. Okay. ZCASH core devs resign. Just to be clear, are we reading the same way? You know, I'm just going to leave it ZCASH core devs resign. We'll just leave it as that. And we'll follow up with this, over the next days, whatever. Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting stuff. Anyway, spicy morning. You never know what you're going to wake up to. You never freaking know. And I would say ZCASH feels a little extra bullish right now. Now, okay, flip side of that, and let's get into the market. Boy, I was hoping that this was the moment we're heading up to what? Upper 90s was our target. Upper 90s. It was staying above like 93K Bitcoin. That was the hope. That was the goal. That's what we needed to do. And what a bummer, but not able to do it. Bitcoin back under 90K. We're at 89.5 right now. ETH just trying to hang on to 3K. Here's Ripple at 207, BNB 879, Solana 133. But you can see past 24 hours, we're down what? 2 to all the way up to 6%. So pretty significant pullback here over the past 24 hours, really over the past few days now. And was that it? Was that all we're getting for the beginning of the year pump? That could have been it. I don't think that's the case, but I'm like 50-50. I don't know. And I think nobody knows. And I'll still bet on a Bitcoin all-time high this year. But was that as good as it was going to get? Those few days where it felt like, oh boy, new year, some like fresh energy, hoping for a new meta, and none of it materializes. Not great. Not great. We need something. We need something spicy. Cutie, AI told you it'll dump on January 7th. Interesting. Did it say why? Kind of curious there. Quickly looking at ETF flows yesterday with Bitcoin first, 486 million outflows. Boy, if this went back further, it's just we're like months of just heavy outflows. On the ETH side, we have 98.3 mil in outflows. And then Solana, I'm going to guess we've got inflows. Again, this is just how Solana seems to go. Usually the opposite of the other two. And yeah, there it is again, 2 million inflows. With a new Morgan Stanley Solana ETF coming. But yeah, Solana just different. Not as much volume, but pretty consistently inflows there. Interesting. So then, all right, let's do this. Maybe let me throw up a poll. Let's do a poll ourselves. And the question is, what do you think we see? I'm not going to go 250K, by the way. The question CoinGecko is putting up is, will Bitcoin drop to 60K or surge to 250K? I'm not doing that because 250K, I mean, could happen. Wouldn't bet on it. So hang on. I'm going to go, does Bitcoin hit 60K or does it hit, let's go all-time high. Let's do that. 60K or does it hit 120? Let's go 127K. So let's get that up here. Does Bitcoin hit 60K first or 127K? 60K, 127K. Boom. There we go. And we got our first vote in, which is taking the 127. Interesting. 127. 2 votes. 2 votes thinking it's an all-time high before we see 60K. And I'll say this. I believe this. Let me think. I think I believe it. I think I believe this. If we hit an all-time high this year, if we hit an all-time high this year for Bitcoin, I think there's a chance we never see 60K again. Only if we hit an all-time high this year. Only if. I kind of expect we see 60K. If we get an all-time high, we may be at the point where our pullbacks, which will happen, maybe never take us that low, down to 60K. If we hit an all-time high this year. Maybe 70s is about as low as we can get. Now, I think we can get a black swan event. We saw Christmas Day on Binance. We saw, Bitcoin wick down to 25K. I wouldn't count that, right? I want to see not just like on one exchange with one pair. I want to see like across the board a massive dump. That's what I would consider like, right? That's what I'd consider really reaching that price. If we hit an all-time high, I think we may never see 60K Bitcoin again. We'll see. 5 votes in everybody. All 5 votes right now. All 5 votes are all-time high before 60K. Love it, Cats. Yep. Replies looking, because you mentioned they have big partnerships coming. And last I saw Reply was at 7 mil FTV. We're going to peek in a second, see how high it is. Remember, I said Reply is probably a 15 mil token. I think we're going to get there. Maybe not right this minute, right? Maybe not this week, maybe not. But this year, I think we see Reply at 15. Could be earlier, too. In fact, I lean more towards like Q1. Oh, dude. Okay, hang on. Cat's got me excited. Hang on. Cat's is saying, look, it must have pumped more. Oh, 9 mil. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, Reply's a $15 million coin. Incredible. Cats, what was the catalyst here? And Bold is saying he doesn't think we see 60K again. I think the only way we see 60K is if that happens. Like, look, I see it, but only if we don't get that all-time high this year, right? It's only if we continue the sideways and trending down. And then I can absolutely picture maybe not a black swan event, but just some serious negative news sending us down into the 60s, you know? So I don't think we're out of the woods yet, as in that can't happen, but there's a point we get to where I think it doesn't happen again. And so bold, I can see that. And Smokey, 60K would be a blessing to buy one last time. I'm with you guys. I am. Man, GG's to Reply. Look at that. I haven't sold any. I'm really bullish on Reply. I don't think this is going to be some massive, I don't picture this. Well, okay, this is a scenario where I could see this being a 50 mil, token. I don't think it's that. I guess I could see a world where it's 25, like pretty easily, but 15 is what I'm betting on. 15 is where I'm probably taking most of my profits. And I think it'll get there. Continue to go up over the next month. Yeah, I think they just have more and more partnerships to announce, and they're, it's really, really freaking interesting. Their new kind of, InfoFi, SocialFi kind of game. All right, let's race ahead. I'm going to keep my eyes on the poll here. But Florida introducing a bill to create a strategic Bitcoin reserve. I love it. Allows up to 10% of key public funds to hold Bitcoin and ETFs. That's good stuff. Wyoming is the first state here to issue their own stablecoin, FRNT. Love that. Love that. How did they not pass a strategic Bitcoin reserve bill, though? How did Wyoming not pass that? They rejected it. That ain't happening there, at least, this year. Crazy. Not crypto related, but also very interesting. And what we touch on this stuff sometimes, but Trump announced yesterday he's banning single family home purchases by institutional investors, which I think is phenomenal. I think it is. I could be convinced otherwise. Somebody could tell me why that would be wrong, why it should be allowed, but I lean towards that's not great for us. We the fucking people who need to buy houses. You've got BlackRock and Blackstone and Black whatever. You have all these, man. You have all these like institutions buying up housing, and it sucks, man. Like they gamble on things that are kind of our quality of life. They make it hard. They make it really hard for anybody to own a home. There's Blackstone, stock price down. What was it, like 10%? Something like that after the announcement. Raised $18 billion in value. Wild. And I think it's good. I think it's great. I like that news. And this is also great. Look, it's fun and all talking about Pelosi and the insider trading, and it's fun. We make a meme of it, but it's horrible stuff. And the U.S. House plans to vote on banning Congress from trading stocks by the end of this month. Huge. I love this stuff. This is the stuff that I love seeing getting cleaned up. I do. I don't know anybody who would vote that this is a bad thing. It was needed decades ago. Okay, now does this set precedent where we also get a bill to ban Congress and politicians from launching crypto? I would imagine so. And I could get with that as well, right? I could get with that. Could Trump no longer launch tokens and NFTs and whatever? I think this could be precedent for that too. And I think that's fine. And still, I think there's something different. I think there's still something different between trading stocks and launching a meme coin and launching collectibles and whatever, right? So, and then finally the Nick Shirley coin. Not so great. Not so great. In fact, let me peek real quick. I still like the coin, by the way. I really do. But not looking so great. 3.1 mil market cap. This is exactly where I should be buying. Where I would really like to buy, where I might buy today. This is exactly right there. I imagine we get more tweets, more pumps, more whatever that push this, and base needs to push it. But when we talk about that risk return, the asymmetric bets, it's definitely the Nick Shirley coin here at 3 mil. At 3 mil, it's most definitely there. If this gets into the let's say close to 2 mil, right at the bottom of that, I'm buying. I'll tell you that right now. If this is at 2 mil, I'm buying, and I'm probably not going to buy a little amount. Right? This touches 2 mil to get back to 10, and this was at 14. Getting back to 10, you're looking at a 5x. I'm going to probably get a decent bag at that point. So we'll watch. Okay, over in AI. Yeah, whole market down. AI especially, though, down just over 5%, 5.91 bill. Mufasa, good morning, man. It's good to see you, sir. DK, I like that play a lot. I do. I think that Shirley coin's very fucking interesting. I am very sure we get more Ansem tweets. Clearly, he moves the market still. I do think it's base season, and I think base season has only just started. I like that Nick Shirley coin. Okay, our top agents by market cap. Okay, never mind. I wowed myself for a second, realized that wasn't sorted right. Our top coin, though, is Cora. Huh. Okay, never mind. This is either, wow. Yeah, okay, this is either like bad tracking or it's like fuckery with tokenomics, right? It's showing a 7 bill market cap. It's showing 3 bill in liquidity. It's showing no volume. Let's ignore that. China, yeah. We showed that, I think, like in the past 2 days here. The inverse Kramer, the inverse Kramer outperformed Pelosi by a lot too. It was by a lot. I think it was like if you inverse traded Kramer, you'd be up like 60%. If you copy traded Pelosi, you were up like 30% or 20 something percent. Yeah. Inverse Kramer's the way to go. Okay, so our top coin, agent coin, is Fart Coin, Tibber, Toshi Turbo, and AIC. Again, this doesn't ever move. You know what I mean? Like we don't get new faces here ever. I need this to get shaken up because I'm tired of all the same stuff. In infrastructure, it's Virtual, FET, DCAI, Pippin, and MWXT. Again, exact same as yesterday. And the exact same as the past month. And then DFAI, it's Venice, Cortex, Banker, Griffane, and OLAS. And I always say it, but I think DFAI is the area that can and I believe will get shaken up the most. Mindshare will Fart Coins leading the way there, then Virtual, Warp, Opus, and Elsa. All right. So Reply, incredible. Again, I'm holding all-time high right now. Basically, I'm not selling here. I don't even know how much I have. I don't have a crazy big bag. 150,000, maybe 180,000 tokens. It's not crazy. And it's all staked, and I'm earning more tokens every day. In fact, I need to go claim those and restake them. But what a thing. What a cool thing. Cool project, cool team. I dig it. We have the Wasabot launching in 4 hours. I'll say it again for anybody who didn't tune in at the beginning. I got that way wrong yesterday. It's not a Titan launch. It's not launching at a 50 mil FDV. It's not. It's a prototype launch, basically. Cats, is Pegasus the same as prototype? Did they just name prototype Pegasus? And has it been that for a while? Like now I'm like, I don't even know this thing anymore. But anyway, it's like a prototype launch. It's just going to launch. The team's going to buy up tokens. No idea what FDV we'll see. Essentially, yeah. But Cats, it wasn't called Pegasus before like a week ago, was it? That's the part I'm not sure about because it is a Pegasus launch. I mean, I'm sorry, it is like a prototype launch, but yeah, Pegasus prototype. Was it called, were prototypes renamed Pegasus only during that announcement or were they called that before? That's new. Okay. All right, now it's clear. So essentially rename prototype to Pegasus. So prototype is Pegasus. Unicorn is what we gotten used to the past couple of months, and the new one's Titan. And we haven't had a Titan launch yet, unless they consider, unless Ex Machina is a Titan launch. I don't think it is. Nobody said it is, but they do have a little partnership. Oh, I love it, Mufasa. Nice move. But hey, Mufasa, is Ex Machina, is that a Titan launch? I know it's like kind of partnered with virtuals. I know you can spend virtual on it like you did, but it's not considered a Titan launch, is it? I kind of hope it is, to be honest, because I would love the idea that those Titan launches take place on like on the platform, the project's website, as opposed to on virtuals. Like we were saying yesterday, right? I don't want to see the Titan launches just lumped in with everything. I just think that like cheapens them. I want to see them have dedicated pages, right? And so if that's actually a Titan launch, I would love that. Okay, well, we got to ask. We got to find out. So let's see. I'm gonna ask that team. I mean, we can just tweet at them and see. But like, it could be that this is a Titan launch and they just have not said those words. And now under the Pegasus, the 5% airdrop to V Virtual and ACP farmers is built in, unlike previous prototype launches. Okay. Yeah, man. We'll say this. I like virtuals a lot right now. I love the 3 categories. Yeah, I like this a lot. So Wasabot in 4 hours. Morse looks interesting. I don't think it's anything big, but interesting. There's nothing. So Soteria Labs is new. So I'm going to peek at that in a second. Otherwise, nothing else new on the board. Let's peek at Soteria. What is Soteria? DeFi is a graveyard problem. Thousands of tokens are tanking, dormant, or abandoned, written off as total losses. They're not. They're crypto dirt. What is this? Hang on. Through the Soteria protocol, users can convert failing assets individually or collectively into our token terms. Once acquired, terms can be put to work in a managed liquidity pool that compounds fees, rebalances positions, generates passive income. I don't get this at all. Boy, I'll read more into that after. A capital recovery loop. I don't know, dude. Okay, I'm going to read more about that. Luna sees the future, man. It's crazy. Look, man, the guys out there are saying short every pump. I think they got it. I think they got the right idea. It's working. You can't argue it. You can't fucking argue it. All right, our top gainers here. And again, I'll dive into that one after. Actually, tomorrow we should dive in quite a bit more. Top gainers, though, yeah, replies up there. How is Saul Goodman or whatever, that streaming platform, up 14%? I do want to put a little more time looking at that. Where is Repo? Maybe Repo's down today. Let's see. Repo down to 35 mil. I'd be watching Repo. Repo pulls back to like 20 mil. And I don't know that it would, but if it pulls back to 20 mil, I think you got to buy there. Yeah, actually, this is probably Repo's probably to really. Yeah, Repo might be a buy very close to here. Yeah, I think so. We'll see. Anyway, Ex Machina, hot launch, hot pre-sale today. Again, raised $2 million in 5 minutes. I think more from there too, unless that capped it out. 1.8 mil in the first minute. There's an allocation just for virtuals buyers. Sold out. 15 minutes sold out. Mufasa got in. GG's. Wild. Let's check that page. See if we can get a good feel for it. Dude, I gotta find that Hoods. Let me peek and throw a little like on that too. So like Hoods tweeted or posted this show on the base app, and it looks like he tokenized it. Microdose of Hudah. Let me see if I can find it. Did you tag me by chance? No. Let me see if I can find it. Microdose of Hudah. Well, shit. I don't see it, dude. This is on base app? Microdose of Hudah. Yeah, I don't see it, man. And I maybe I'm not searching right. Microdose. Let's see. Yeah, I don't see it. Hoods, are you Hoods? Is that your profile name on base app? Yeah, I don't. Yeah, if I search Microdose of Hudah, nothing comes up. But yeah, shit. We'll dig into that later. Anyways, man, $10 million swapped. Almost 2,000 holders. Is token live right now too, or is this just the pre-sale? Sale though, it is at a 60 mil FDV. Minimum contribution, minimum purchase amount is $30. And it's vested. Interesting. Vested 33% unlocked at TGE, 67% linear over 12 months. Man, I like this. English is fucking based. And then next is what? Is it Neura? I don't know how old this this article is. Oh, yeah, this is not new. This is from almost a month ago. But we got to keep looking here. I just am very curious if this counts as a Titan launch. We'll have to see. I know, dude. I know. English and Luna are like two fucking peas in a pod. It's awesome. It's a real bromance happening there. And they're traders. I dig it. Luna's more of a trader. I don't think English trades off. Like, I don't think he's a trader. But he's more of a, TA guy for sure. All right, let's do this quick. Checking NFTs yesterday. 8.7 mil cross-chain sales. Sellers way up, buyers way up. Very active yesterday. Transactions up, average sale price down. And trade profits, yeah, still not great. Not quite a mil in the negative, but 786,000 in the negative. Floor prices. I am going to start checking that a little more often. Pudgies fall under 5. They're at 4.86. Nakamigos 0.3 after that pump. What else we seeing here? Captains are up. We'll show you why here, but 0.2. Milady's 1.14. GVC, interesting. They were 0.62 down to 0.57. I'm keeping my eyes on them. I'm not tempted. I am looking to get back in GVC. Just with a floor, just some exposure to it. The Dow approved Neuro investment. Interesting. Think of it like an ETF investing in several tier 1 robotics companies. Interesting. And so Mufasa, you get exposure to it by, what is it you buy to get exposure to that stuff? If you want to get exposure to those robotics companies, is it that Deus token, or is it buying does Ex Machina have their own coin? Like, is Deus their coin? I don't think it is. I think it's a separate thing. Yeah, I think Deus is a different products token launching through or with Ex Machina. Oh, Deus is their coin. Okay. So Deus is Ex Machina's coin. Okay. That makes sense then. And you buy that to get exposure to all these other launches through them. Man, I think I'm going to be, depending on FDV, I might be a buyer of Deus on secondary, right? Because pre-sale's done. Looks like pre-sale's done. Yeah, wave 3 completed, wave 2, wave 1.5, wave 1. Yeah, it's sold out. So yeah, I may be a buyer of this. Man, I like it. Well, we got to keep our eye on Ex Machina, I think, for sure. For sure. More and more I'm getting with that robotics meta, Still don't know, like, utility-wise, and right, I don't know with that yet. Still chewing on it, still thinking through what it looks like, but I think there's something there. Got it. Okay. On the Bitcoin side, Bitcoin Puppet's up 7.5%. Everything else, yeah, mostly just kind of flat over there. Okay, so NFTs cooling off a bit. Not shocked. We got the well, look, a day ago we got the reveal of the World Star Hip Hop official like drink, partnered with Rec Drinks. So we learned it was that cherry cola, sparkling water. Awesome. I just love these guys. Rec Drinks, Rect. But we got details. We got the launch date. We got the launch time. Details. You earn 25,000 Rect Drink points when you buy it. I thought you earned Rec Coin, but you earn points. I was really hoping you earn coins though. And that launch is coming what? Monday, January 12th, 1 p.m. Eastern time. It's on rec.com. I may order. I'm just trying to like get it's skin in the game, right? It's skin in the game and it's like supporting. I want to support a builder like this for sure. So I will be buying a case when this goes live next week. We'll do a little taste test live. And hopefully that's when OSF is on. I still need to reconnect with them and lock in a date, but OSF will be on this show real soon. I would imagine within the next couple of weeks. So looking forward to that. Round 2. Should be great. The captain from Meme Land, right? We saw the NFTs pumping. Well, they're pumping because they have an art rebrand, redesign. Pretty nice buff to the art. Looks way better. They were very like generic looking before. Now, I thought with captains you were going to be able to like buy traits, right? I thought the base characters would look the same, but that you could change out what they're wearing and different traits. And no, they went for a whole redesign. No audio, but you can see here, and I'll pause it. Let me pause it at some points you can see. Completely different. Completely different looking. Here, let's see. See if we get any other shot. Yeah, they look completely different. You can see up in the top right corner. See if we got any other shots here. Yeah, way more character and personality and yeah, Luna, I will. Hang on real quick, but yeah. Yeah, very like completely different. Yeah, I like them. I like them. I like the look. Look, I don't think it matters, right? And I felt the same way with CyberKongs. It's good for your community, right? Like when CyberKongs did the baby evolution, I like it. I like the traits. I like baby art. CyberKong babies are one of my favorite collections. I love it. Does it move the needle on the outside? Does it bring new people in? Not a chance. No. Like, no, you may get one new person. Hell, maybe you get 10, maybe you get 20, but does it move the needle? No. Nobody's going to go spend $1,000 because you've got refreshed art. Now, especially guys, especially when you're a collection, like I like these guys, but especially when all you see on the timeline is what are they doing? Like it's been years. What are they even doing at this point? And of course they have their like Meme Land, God, I even forget what it was called, but like their token platform, like the airdrops, right? They have that, but everyone's been asking, what are they doing? Why did they bring stats on the team? Like what is their like what are captains? Thought there was much more coming out of these guys, not just PFPs. I didn't think it was PFPs and then that's it. And so an art refresh doesn't answer any of that stuff. I don't know what they're doing. So yeah, are they going to win anybody over? No. No. And still I like it. But that's all it is. We had arcade.xyz with a real shitty tweet. The NFT era is over, but Arcade isn't. After 4 years and $300 million in loans originated, we're sunsetting NFT lending on January 30th. But we're not going anywhere. Introducing Arcade distribution markets. It's a prediction market play. They are now transitioning to be a prediction market. Man, I'll tell you what. Your audience, like Arcade's audience, is NFT guys. It's NFT people. It's NFT people. I don't know if they should have launched a new account. I don't know what they look. If you're trying to get these people who are your platform users into your new thing, maybe the best way to do that is not shitting on the thing that those people love. Right? Like, hey, NFT guys, your assets are dead. They're not worth anything. Like NFTs are dead. But come try our new shit. You think the people who you just told what you've been doing the past few years is worthless now, and we're not going to be there for you anymore? But come try that. You think any of them are going to come over and try your new thing? No, the opposite's going to happen. Everyone's going to hate you, and it's exactly what's happening here. People replying, "This is stupid. NFT era is open. Great marketing to your existing user base to use the new product." Right? No, nobody likes this. And they're wrong. And they're wrong. I believe that. I believe they're wrong. But if you're using that as a way to onboard people to your new shit, hey guys, thanks for your time. Thanks for using us over years. That shit ain't working anymore. Come use our new prediction markets. It's weird. So yeah. Pretty bad marketing. Pretty bad. I'm not good at marketing, and even I know like that's pretty weird. We've got Node. Is it Node? Yeah, Node. Node Foundation. Coming up in just a couple weeks. This is like a what? Like an IRL. Do I call it a museum? I think it's a museum. They have a museum. God, now I'm trying to remember if it's a museum. But anyway, that wasn't the point. The point is diffuse control that we just saw at LACMA. Now going to be on display here for Node's opening. And so if you missed out on getting those prints from the LACMA, well, there's going to be a whole new, all new prints. They're going to have new base artwork, new iterations. Larva Labs is curating it. So like those base images that you then tweak, right? Completely different. I love this. I think every time this is put on display, it's with new base images. So like every time it's going to have a whole new flavor. So like I've got a physical print. I think, and we'll see, but we'll never see outputs like that again. It's onto a whole new batch. I love this. I don't know where Node is located, but if it's, around LA or if it's around where LACMA is, I mean, then some of you guys I know are close to there. You may be able to get out there and get those prints here. Let's see if we can find where this is. Okay. There we go. Palo Alto. I don't know where that is. I don't know, how far it is from that last exhibit, but yeah, there we go. So if it's close to any of you guys, probably worth stopping by and getting a print. There you go. Man, I love that shit. Okay, cool. Last couple headlines. Dow Jones is partnering with Polymarket. Cool. And our last story. This one's kind of spicy. Berwick Law, who's got the pump fund lawsuit, and not Mexico. Hang on. It's California, but I don't know around where. By San Francisco? Oh, it's in the San Francisco Bay Area. Okay, so right here. Yeah, right there. Cool. So, Luna, I have no fucking idea where that is in relation to you. Oh, is that it's a CryptoPunk event too, huh? Okay. God, I feel like I know somebody. Oh, you know what? I think my same friend who went, this might be really close to where the last exhibition was. I'm pretty fucking sure, really, really sure. My same friend who went to LACMA and got me that print, I think he's going to this too. He told me he was going to a CryptoPunks meetup. So I have a feeling it's that. And if that's the case, I'm definitely going to ask him to get me a new print. I'll see if he's down to get multiple and ship them. So I think some of you guys were interested in that. I'm pretty sure he's going to this, which would be what, Friday? Did I read that right? Friday? Oh, no, not Friday. Sorry, 23rd. Yeah, I think this is the thing he's going to. So shit. Oh, hope for a new print. Okay, back to our last story. Berwick Law. I think everybody's familiar with him at this point. Look, there's some lawsuit here, and this might be the pump lawsuit. It might be completely different, but you guys have seen Scooter. Dude, crazy ass guy, like super provocative, shit poster. I like his account. I think he's fun. He is referenced in a lawsuit here, like by name. By name. They actually take his tweet. The tweet says a lot of you KOLs are about to start shilling scams again. Stay on my good side and send me ECAs and some influencer rounds to avoid FUD. And they're using this as like evidence to say that there's these coordinated FUD campaigns. I don't know why that. I guess I don't understand the context of it, but these campaigns are meant to install fear, uncertainty, or doubt in the public concerning a KOL. In practice, lead KOLs would direct and participate in campaigns against enterprise defectors and competitors. Here, Scooter threatens other KOLs with such livelihood-destroying campaigns if they don't include him on the profits for future scam launches. Again, the context of it, I don't know, but it is funny them picking him out when I think this is just a shit post. Actually, maybe not. And Scooter saying he's going to get his lawyers on this here too to like defend himself, and he calls this defamatory, and it's pretty freaking funny. And separately, he's pointing out, I think rightfully so, he's the one who's getting looked at, and I don't know if he's been charged with anything, or I guess he is. I guess he is being charged. He's saying he's the only one out of these guys, and he lists Hayden Davis, Lexapro, Cooker Flips, guys who stole millions, and we know that. We know that on chain, yeah. Lexapro, I think that's true. I do. Hayden Davis, we know is true. I don't know Cooker Flips. I have no idea. But Lexapro, I think, is one of those guys who says one thing, backside dumping on your head kind of shit. Does Scooter do that too? Probably, but I have no idea. But he's saying right here, he's the only one out of them facing legal charges. I don't know what those charges are, but I'll say this. From having a lot of insights into the Kong's SEC investigation, just the whole way, that whole year and a half, I heard all the stuff that the SEC does. What most importantly there, I learned that there is SEC or DOJ, employees that are in our Discords. And I mean that, like the project Discords, they've been infiltrated. And group chats, they've been infiltrated. And X, they have all the screenshots. They have everything. There is nothing like a tweet like he's putting out that's now getting referenced. They literally have people who are only going and looking for this stuff and saving it to use in future cases, or because they already had cases that were existing. And I think it's got to be different now with new SEC, right? But point there is, like, I know for sure they're in all these major Discords. They're in them, and they're taking notes. And Scooter does that 100%. He trenches with your arch nemesis. All right. None of this surprised me. A lot of things. Well, I think the point there was things these influencers have said and done, just because they haven't heard from like SEC, DOJ, anything like that yet, doesn't mean they won't. They keep everything. And some of these guys who are committing fraud or crime on chain, they're not in the clear. They will get got at some point, for sure. For sure. Yeah, I think some of these guys, it's just a matter of when, but a lot of these guys I think are going to get got. And actually, forgot about this, but similar to this, okay? Takes maybe a while, but you get got. Here is a crypto scam kingpin got arrested in Cambodia, being deported to China, but $12 billion in crypto this dude's stolen. Wild, $12 fucking billion. I remember this, the pig butchering crypto fraud ring. I thought I saw getting deported. Extradited to China. And that Bitcoin we are holding here in the States now. Wild. Dude, wild. Just crazy stuff. All right, we're going to get out of here. You've got homework. You have one life. I mean, not even homework. Do it now. Just do it now. Go to ethoswarm.ai. Go awaken an Ethon. What happens? Yeah, I think you might be able to do it right now. Go awaken an Ethon. That's simple. You're going to find out why I love it so much. They are going to be so freaking good. And again, what they do, you'll find out soon, but I'll just say yes. What they do, yes. Follow us at CryptoSlam.io. Hoods, I'm going to find that post after. I'm going to follow you. Follow CryptoSlam.io. Subscribe to CryptoSlam on YouTube. And just smash the like before you get out of here. Somebody tell me, what's our poll at? 60K or 127? Which is winning? Who's our winner? I'm guessing it's 127K is up. Here we go. I can see it now. Okay. Wow. It got close. It got close. All right. We'll end it there. 127K. People think we go to 127K before we go to 60K, but didn't win by much. 62%, I think I saw. There we go. There we go. Oh yeah, hang on. Let me get in Luna before we bounce. Okay, hang on, boys. This, I think, is from Luna's friend Brown Gent from a Discord group. And just like that, we see the market retrace. Bottoms are never formed by seeing weak alts rally. That's what you see at the end of the cycle. The fact that Pepe and other meme garbage was rallying heavily while Bitcoin and ETH were lagging behind was highly indicative that this is a scam pump. Once we have a real bottom form, we'll see Bitcoin and ETH lead the charge. This was the last confluence I needed to take profit on my Sol long. By the way, I opened a short on SUI 5000 at 1.9. Good call. Good call. That's the Brown Gent. Good shit. All right, we're out of here, guys. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Have a great freaking day, and we'll see you. Goodbye.